So drumsticks, this is unfortunately one that I think could have been a pretty good video if I was a lot better at editing. The first thing I kind of caught on to is I must have been using Adobe at this point because I had cropped the resolution and I didn't understand how to use resolution yet. So that was something that I definitely, it was not correct. It was just in this tiny little square. There's a lot of black in that, and that's just unfortunate. And something else that I think I had also invested in at this point was a microphone, something to do the voiceover with, and a better microphone rather than just a headset. So it was one of those things. Now I was starting to spend a little bit of money to make these productions, and it was, I think I invested in some stands as well. So I had, two actually viewpoints of this footage, but one viewpoint was not good. And so I didn't use any of that footage. I might have used the audio from it and then just the video from the main side that I showed. Now, with this video, a couple different things is that number one, the timer was always kind of my element of making sure, I could stay, in a certain window in terms of my capacity. And at some point, my stomach would say you're full. And I kind of knew that point was about 20 minutes. So as I'm trying to get better, I'm trying to just extend that time. That was kind of the hardest part for me, is making sure, that I could keep eating beyond, when my body told me stop eating. So that was the hardest part, saying food challenges, is every week just trying to get that to be a little bit longer, and it was always something different, right? Now, having gone back, if I had picked a different setting for this and I had picked, say, had the equipment I have now, and some of the knowledge I have now, I definitely could do a lot better with this. And I think it would be a video that would be really unique and interesting, because I didn't find very many people that have tried this. And drumsticks or something, like I said, I just love them. I really haven't had them since. Not because I disliked it, just because I haven't bought them and I haven't seen them on sale. Or if I was dieting too hard, I kind of stay away from that stuff. But it's just something I haven't come across in a bit. But yeah, actually the one interesting thing about that challenge though is I have permanent damage, I feel like, in the roof of my mouth from where I got kind of scarred up. And it lasted, for sure, as the roof of my mouth was damaged for a number of months. So this is the challenge that got me, I would say, the most consequences, just because I couldn't eat my meals for like a week. It was really difficult, and I talked about that a little bit. And I think even I had to not do a challenge right after it, just because my mouth was just way too sore and too carnaged to even think about trying to do any kind of challenge. It was, numb and all sort of things, for a number of days, and just continued on for, like I said, about a week, until I could just kind of eat normal again. But I could feel a lot of different, say, scars and damage in the roof of my mouth. So that was a lesson learned. Will I revisit this one again? No. But it was one of those ones that I couldn't believe that I had accomplished something way beyond what I intended to. And I could have probably went that 20th drumstick, but I went to go play softball right after I finished this. Basically just turned off the record, packed up my stuff, and left. And it was difficult to run around in the outfield, with a full tummy like that, and all the sugar, kind of the crash. So, but I went and played, had fun. And then at that point later that evening, I was fine in terms of my digestion was fine. Nothing got messed up there. So yeah, that was that one. It was just something different and something I hadn't seen at a professional level. There have been maybe a couple videos out there of people doing these, but it was something that I was like, hey, I like those. And this is the kind of the point where I'm starting to figure out, okay, things with sugar, I can go a little bit further than things that are more savory. So yeah, just interesting facts about that. So till the next video, take care. Peace out.